Attention, please. Do I have your attention? I am one half of the amazing, awesome, running out of adjectives, one half of the podcast duo, Antonio Augusto. We've missed y'all. I know it's been a minute. I know work life has taken its hold. It is officially the start of the Christmas season, and I already hate the holidays. And we will talk about that. And to be quite honest, the reason why we haven't recorded because it was me. I was just a little depressed. That's why I haven't, you know, didn't want to record, man. I just felt I was just burnt out. Like sometimes, like if I'm gonna be real, sometimes as a man, you're supposed to, I'm married, geek, have a lovely wife, and sometimes you're supposed to steer the ship at all times. Sometimes I don't want to do that. Sometimes I really don't.
I feel that.
And I just, I get wrapped up in my feelings. I become a cocoon. I become like a hermit crab, and I don't want to talk to nobody. Sometimes I get like that. I am not a perfect person. It's just the way it is. People ask me people at work, why you ask me so mad? I'm like, I'm not mad. I just have resting dickhead face. That's all. But if you talk to me, I'm actually a lovely teddy bear that loves to
Mhm.
talk. As we know, it's the holidays, and it's also coming up on nearly a year since if you listen to episode 26,
Right.
27, we are coming up on
Oh, we
nearly
are the year. We already passed the year.
we
We passed the
yeah
year
we're,
last month.
no, well, not just not I'm not talking about our anniversary, sir. Do you remember
Okay.
what the little thing that happened back in February that basically aired out my family? Do you remember that? Uh-oh, I think you stalled. I think you stalled. Oh no. Oh fudge. All right, I'll give him a second.
Oh no! Wait a minute! Wait a
Oh,
minute!
oh,
Wait a
okay.
minute!
You
Wait
still
a
there? Still with
minute!
me? I'll give you a
So get
second.
your
Because your
shit.
camera
Get
stalled.
the fuck up out of here now.
Frank, please hear me out. Ain't nothing to
Sorry, beautiful people, technical difficulties. But as I was saying, sometimes as sometimes as men, supposedly this is a mental health month for men. I
Uh-huh.
forgot that's a
Yeah.
thing. I forget that's a
Mm-hmm,
thing.
mm-hmm.
And usually around the holidays, I get weird. Like I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to be friendly. I don't. It's not like I don't want to feel like I'm putting on a persona. Sometimes I just don't feel like talking. And God bless my coworkers. They were trying to get me to talk today and crack a couple jokes, but like I just want to do my job and go home.
Right.
That's it. I don't want to be friendly. I don't want to. I'm not even angry at anybody. Sometimes, as sometimes you just get in your feelings and you just want to just
Big
chill.
facts.
But that's okay because now it's brother husband date night.
Damn right.
It's brother husband date night, and I haven't talked to this man. Well, I mean, we've talked. I
Right.
made
So
sure I made it a
we
point
talk.
to call. We've talked, but like not about comic books. And guess what, kids? We are going to talk a lot about comic books today. But before we do that, we're going to have one serious subject, one, because it is related to comic books. And I don't think I told Aaron yet. So,
Mm-mm. What?
big brother,
Mm-hmm.
tell him how you doing. Tell him how you
I'm
doing, sir.
doing quite well, my guy. It is another day in the life, and but I also feel you about the whole, when you're not feeling like yourself or not feeling like it, you just kind of shut out the world. Because I also do the same thing, especially when I'm not feeling my best or I'm not feeling where I'm supposed to be. I tend to shut a lot of people out, and I'm one of those people. Like I'm rarely a communicative person, like when it comes to like talking on the phone and everything. Like, but when I'm in that mood, I'm like, yeah, I'm persona non grata at this point. Like, I just go into my little hole and I just, sit in my own little corner in my own little chair and be whatever I want to be, as Cinderella said. But like it's just one of those things. Like you just gotta. Sometimes everybody deals with things in their own different way. So sometimes you just have to. You just gotta recalibrate. So I feel it. I feel it. And I've been in a what I like to call a season of change for me, and a season of transition, if you will, trying to figure out what I want to do, where I want to go from here. And yeah, it's been a little wild ride, but also it's something I know I need to do. Like I'm living back with the family now, so I've been like trying to help out where I can and do what I need to do to be where I need to be. So it's been a humbling experience, but it's something that I know that I need to do, because when I get to my blessing, if you will, I will, I'll appreciate it more. And that's how certain things go. Like sometimes, like in my opinion, as someone who, y'all know I believe in God. So like, I'm one of those people who just I believe that this is preparing me for my ultimate blessing, or preparing me for to appreciate what is coming to me. Because I'm a strong believer in what is meant to be mine will be mine in the end. So I'm just taking my time, taking it one step at a time, and going from there. You know.
I completely understand. And we had a technical difficulty, and I was going to say it a second ago, but I'll say it here. So back in February, I have in episode 25 and 20, no, maybe 26, 27, I aired my family out in a way that I felt like it's just a little bit out of pocket. Well, guess what? Update time. I'm kind of right. I am actually right, because me and the missus were having a conversation, and I just basically said, it all changed when I started sticking up for myself, and just telling people to go try not to cuss, but to go kick
Right.
rocks. There you go. Just to go kick rocks. And of course, the minute I do that, it becomes a bleeping problem. So our advice from Life Rants to you is, if you see something in your life that's not really edifying to you personally, maybe that whatever it's a thing or a person
Speak up
or a
on it.
family, it don't you just cut them out. And listen, I've been living with this decision the last couple months, and the missus knows where it hasn't been easy. It hasn't. Like I've been fighting myself not to send a text message, but at the same time, if they quote unquote wanted to work it out with me, y'all got my number.
Right.
Y'all could call them. Y'all could call. And this is for nobody in particular. I'm not Jamal, because I know you listen. It ain't about you. It ain't about Titi Michelle. It's actually about. Uh, I'll say I don't care. I'm good. Fuck, it's my podcast. I'm actually talking about David and Nancy, and he knows exactly who I'm talking about. So I'm gonna leave it there. But um, so me and Aaron, off while we were off, we had a discussion. We were debating if we should talk about the Israeli Palestinian conflict.
Mhm.
Ultimately, we both decided not to do
Right.
that. Well, quite frankly, because we don't know what's going on.
Right. And
And
go ahead. My bad.
like no, no, and give me a second,
No,
because
you're good.
I'll forget my point. I'm gonna be mad at myself. Um, my feeling is I'm not gonna take a side. I think you would agree with me. We are pro life, and we're pro
Right.
life, right? I don't want to see nobody die. Not for a big pissing match, because that's exactly what it
Right.
is. It's a pissing match. Now, people would I seen people like the Palestinian history and the Israeli history, and to be quite honest, none of it's good.
Right.
The reason I want to touch this subject in particular is because Gail Gadot, Wonder Woman, is doing a Israeli, how do you say, propaganda film. Now, this was Wonder Woman. I only make this comparison with the Marvel guys, where if like Captain Chris Evans especially, he's a good guy through and through. I don't want to see actors that played my favorite DC heroes take a side. It ain't a great look. It's
Mhm.
not a great look at all. Go ahead, because
Oh no, no, you
I
good.
need give me a chance to. No, I just want to drink my water. So go ahead,
No,
please.
I will say like, cause I too. The only reason I like, though, I know, cause I love a lot of people been making videos and everything and talking about it. I also, like I said, like he said, I don't feel comfortable, talking about things that I don't know the full story of, and sometimes I just feel like it's not my place to say certain things or to pick a side in certain things. I will say, um, the things that's going on in Palestine is kind of wild. Like, this the murder of children that's happening, like, and it's one of those things that
Oh,
it's
speaking of,
never
I
a
saw something
great.
today that broke my heart.
Right, yeah, like, and it's, yeah, well, hold on, I got you. But yeah, it's never a good thing. And like, I think through all of this, like, affect it should only affect those who are involved, not the children. Like, they're little. I've seen videos where, like, they're talking about children literally writing their own wills for in fear of this. Like, I saw one boy talking about the his brother died right next to him, and he lost his in the previous war, and his mother died literally, I believe, as he was writing it, I believe it was days before. And it's one of those things. It's never a good thing all around. I believe that it should be a way for us to, of course, we all believe there's a way that we should all, find a way to come into, like, talk about things without it leading to an extreme of this nature, because we are truly living in dark times right now. Like, it's like
Yeah, we
it's
are.
another dark
Yes,
age,
we
and
are.
it keeps, like, it's a snowball effect, and keeps one thing after another. I just believe, like, it's one of those things where, yeah, I don't believe I believe that, both sides have their issues. Like, let's be real, like, but it's one of those things that is just, I don't even know how to even say it. It's just, it shouldn't be.
I Please
Yeah,
allow
go ahead.
me. It sucks.
Yeah,
Period.
period.
Nobody should die. Nobody. Nobody. I like here. I was I'm at work and I'm flipping through TikTok and I'm watching these young kids, um, basically doing a press conference that they're asking to be saved because essentially the adults ain't shit.
Mm-hmm.
That dog, that
Breaks my heart.
is heart. I am holding tears back. That is heartbreaking. Now, me and Aaron can tell you we've been through some stuff as kids.
Right,
Like there's no end of stories, but what I saw today this
right.
morning,
Could never even compare.
holy, you can't even compare.
Right.
And listen, politics aside, you know, I'm trying to word this correctly, and I'm gonna just fuck it, we ball, right?
Right.
That's what we
Fuck
say
with
here.
ball.
We have not had. Try not to get political. I really not, but there's just no other
I
way to
feel
say
you.
it.
Speak the truth.
Uh, Let me say this. This particular, what I'm about to say is my thoughts, and my thought only. If it's my thought only, it's Antonio Gosso's. So I say at this point, burn it all down. Honestly, burn it all down and start again. I should never see kids on TV crying. Period. Never. I don't care who's wrong or right. I don't give a
Right.
flying. I don't care.
and and
Period.
it's sad that sometimes you have to get moments like that. It's sad that it has to take those moments for people to actually wake up and realize what's going on. But, sometimes people have to be shocked into reality, into what's going on. And it's a sad reality that yeah, these kids are the most affected out of all of it because they have no choice in this. They are just bystanders of
These are
of war.
these are kids of color.
Right.
I don't care. I just look to kind of bring it home to us. We're both big fans of X-Men, and in the Marvel universe, people have written tragedies
Hmm.
on top of tragedies that has happened to these mutants, and they keep pushing forward.
Right.
I hope and I'm seeing that there's hope coming, and I'm glad that people are rallying and speaking
Right.
up and it is a beautiful thing. So it's a nice way to tie it in a bow. It's a beautiful thing that young people of all types and people of all ages are speaking up,
Right.
because no matter how you slice it, it's all wrong.
Right.
Period. I'm not going to take a side. I don't want to. I am pro life. I should never see kids crying in a worn, torn thing. And this has been happening for years. And this is only what we see on TV and
Hmm.
TikTok. God only knows what happens in the rest of the world.
Right. And yeah, it's you. My
So
bad. Go ahead. My bad. Go
go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead. No, no, no. So God only knows what happens in the rest of the
Hmm.
world. So, like, if you're, and I'll kind of tie it up because it'll lead to me saying some wild
Right. You're going.
conspiracy theory things,
We
and
don't
I don't
need
want to do that.
that.
So I'll tie it up in a bow. We're pro life. Period.
Right. And yeah, I just believe that yeah, we should be pro life, and I believe that every people should have a place to call their own. People should have a chosen land and should have that kind of security to where they can have that chosen land that they call home and be able to live. It's just like you said, like the X-Men. Like the X-Men have chosen a place where they have called home. They've made their own stake in not only in their world but in their society as well. And I feel like that it shouldn't be too wrong to ask, especially for people who have been, for a better term, hated and feared for just being who they are. And it's one of those things, and I mean we've seen it. It's happened. This is a big thing, and I love, and like you said, I do love that younger people are starting to get into it. I love the and for all the faults of social media, I will say I love that people are being active in speaking up about these injustices that are happening instead of staying quiet and in fear of what may happen. Because it's one thing to see it, but it's another thing to speak on it, and it's another thing to support it, but it's a whole nother ball game to stand beside them. You can be in silent support, but it's another thing to stand beside the people who are being hurt and everything. So I would just say, yeah, just I hope this resolves itself. I hope everything is way it comes out to a better outcome than the last
Yes.
outcomes that have happened in this country, because it's not the first time that
Yes.
Israel and Palestine have had these issues. But I hope we can lead to a better outcome with that. And with that, we will get into a little bit of some lighter
Yeah, man.
topics, guys.
Yes. So first and foremost, support your local comic store.
Yes, and pre-order them books.
Support Yes, support your local toy store, support your local comic store. But if you're digital like me, pre-order your books.
Right. Yeah, because
Pre-order your
like
books.
we always said,
Pre
oh my bad, I keep interrupting you. I'm sorry.
No, no, you could.
I'm
What,
eager
we haven't
today.
talked in a
I'm
couple.
eager. I've been eager today. So yeah, look here.
No, we gonna talk some
Yeah,
comics
for
today.
sure.
We are gonna talk some comics today. But like I said, support your local comic store, support your local toy store. Couple things I checked out. There was a few sales on Big Bad Toy Store for Super 7. I hate to say it, man. So Super 7 is this toy line that does like old school like cartoon figures. They're kind of pricey to run you about $60. There was a whole sale this week on Super 7 figures that was like $20 a piece, $22 a piece. So I'm looking at the wife like, can I get like one or two of these figures? mm, let me just next time I'll try to do video next week, but next time I will show. Actually, next week will probably be a full toy centric episode. Basically, me educating my co-host
Right.
because I love him so much. But what else? Was a couple pickups. I did. Nothing I could show. I picked up. I went to a comic. I went to a toy show last week called Dusty's Toy Attic. How can I put it? It was small for where it was. It was really small and it had a few gems. So I may need to try it again. That's not me saying nothing negative. Is maybe I need to feel it out because it was in this Great Wolf Lodge
Mhm.
hotel. It's a nice hotel, but literally they put them all outside, and I'm thinking this was indoors. And I convinced my wife to go, and we had a time, but that walk, holy crap, it was just a long
Mhm.
walk just to get to the little area. And it was just when we got there, it was the people were still setting up, but it was already like 1 o'clock. Like, wow, fam. Like, I supported my homie Adrian. I bought a couple pops from him, which I'll probably promote his store the next time I see him.
So was
But
Dusty's in
yeah, man.
fact Dusty?
No, ha 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 yeah, ha ha. No, 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 no. Oh my god, no.
I made a funny.
No. Go to the
I made a
corner.
hee ha
Go to
ha.
the corner.
I
Go
made
to
a
the
good old
corner.
hee
What's
ha
wrong with
ha.
you? Let's see. What else? What else did I do? I got a GI Joe figure. I got a Ninja Turtle figure. That's it for toys. Comics. Um, you want to do DC first? Or you want to do Marvel?
Well, to be honest, we don't have that much on DC, but we can start. So we can start with DC. So yeah, did you have some stuff on DC that you want to do?
I just two
Oh yeah, go
things.
ahead, hit it.
Okay, well, actually
Mm,
three, but the last two are related. Uh, Blue Beetle. It's good.
yeah,
It's really
yeah,
good. 3 issues in, they basically made him a counter double of the Blue Beetle, which I think is based in magic. I don't want to give away the story, but it's really good so far
right.
because we're three
That's
issues
good.
in. I hope and if we get past 12, I'll be happy.
Right. Yeah. To be honest,
Because
yeah, that's a good
if we
little
it,
issue number.
if we get past 12, I'll be happy. But right now, the story's good. Go check it out. And then, do you remember a while back? I even said it on the podcast that I wasn't sure about. What's dude's name? Cy Spurrier on the Flash.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap, dude!
Salisbury's a great writer.
I've read the first two.
It's good.
Man, I was so wrong. But what he's doing, yes, it's still a Flash book. It is a hardcore Flash book, but they're dipping into the cosmic craziness of
Oh
it,
yeah.
and the art makes it dark. And I didn't think I'd be on board, but I'm like, I'm legitimately on board
Mm-hmm.
for this book. Like, I want the crazy. You know what? Okay, this is a compliment. He reminds me of Grant Morrison
That's an amazing
because
compliment.
Grant Morrison used to write some crazy sci-fi craziness.
Right.
Crazy. Go buy The Flash by Cy Spurrier. But on an unrelated, on a side note, another Flash book, The Flash Jake Garrick, is good too. I read the first issue. So to kind of get people up to speed, haha, made up. To get people up to speed, basically they reintroduced his daughter to the modern
Mm-hmm.
world. So Jay Garrick had a daughter. You got to read JLA: The Golden Age by Jeff Johns to kind of get JLA: The Golden Age, and then Stargirls: The Lost Children to kind of get a feel what happened. Um, not gonna lie, it's good. And because I put Aaron onto this, Wonder Woman by Tom King.
Oh yeah, that's good. Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, guys. If you ever wanted to read a Tom King book full of action, political intrigue, and just awesomeness, go pick up Wonder
Yeah,
Woman by Tom King. And I don't remember the artist's name right now offhand.
it's like
Oh,
I
it's
had it.
bugging me. And
I had it and I forgot it. I'm looking at it. I'm
do you have it in
about to
front
look
of
it
you?
up right now.
Go
Looking at it
ahead.
live.
And I'll stop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Let me know when you're
keep
ready.
going. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, but Wonder Woman, it like the first issue, it just kind of sets up that the United States is at war with Amazon.
the
Is it
Amazonians. Yeah,
Amazonia?
Amazonians. Mhm.
Yeah. So they're at war with the Amazonians, which I think is
Yeah,
cool, but I didn't think I would really like. I didn't think I would like this take, but the first issue had me
yeah.
hooked from
It was
jump.
really good. I loved. Yeah, I did love it. Like they go straight into like this, like what this Amazonian, this rogue Amazonian who is like murdering all these men, and like and offer they automatically know that it has to be a woman from the mascara or an Amazon, of course, an Amazon, because all the women in the bar. In the pool hall that the men get killed in, they're the only ones who get to live, and I'm like, oh yeah, we're really doing this, and I kind of love every moment of it. Like it's getting me excited to see what's going on, to like see this like turn on Wonder Woman in a way that we've never really quite seen, well, not in a while, since like the first few Amazon attacks, because there's been like what, two so far. I know there was one in the
Yeah,
early
as long
2000s.
as I read in the book, it's at least
Yeah.
two.
And,
But even on the off chance we're wrong,
mhm. And
they gave Wonder.
oh my
Oh, go
bad.
ahead, go ahead.
The artist who does it is Daniel Sampier and Tamu Mori. I believe I said that right. If I didn't, I apologize. You are amazing.
It is a beautiful book. Go pick up that book, Wonder
Yes.
Woman by Tom King. It is a beautiful book. Go pick it up. Literally, there's one scene, I think it's in two, I don't know if it's one or two, where she's throwing hands with tanks. And I'm like, I'm so on board with this. And to bring it back to reality, let's be honest. If there was a powerful woman who is strong and had a lasso of truth that wrap around you and you start telling the truth, you know the misogyny is real.
Mhm.
The misogyny is real. But let's
But yeah,
see. I
the
think
Amazon attack. Have you read the Amazon attack as well? Issue.
nah, I probably won't,
Oh,
honestly.
you
I
crazy.
probably
That's
won't.
wild. That's really wild for you. I hate that for you because it's good as hell. I read that like literally as I got done. You know what? I don't even think I finished reading the first Wonder Woman. I think I left it at the last issue, the last like few pages. But no, the Amazon attacks is really good. Like because we find out that someone's setting up the Amazons, and they like people have been like going around like trying to attack the president, and they control the president and all the people are in the building, and then they set up to meet Nubia, because Nubia set up to meet the president and talk about what's going on with the rogue Amazon, and how the world is basically trying to basically deport the Amazons and keep them from and taking away their statehood as well. So we get that like moment of her walking in, and then all you see is new Wonder Girl, I'm sorry, Yara Flor, in the room with the president, and she's just being it looks like she's the one who did it, but no, it's like she's being the whole the Amazons of a whole are being set up, and it's kind of an intriguing book. Like, first of all, they already had me by already having four women of color as the main protagonists of this book. They have, of course, Nubia, her stepmother, if you will, Philippus, as we know, Hippolyta's wife, and Faruka, the other queen of Bonner Migdal, and Yara Flor. Like, that's wild. We have never had any kind of like this many people of color in Amazonian book, and I'm loving every moment. They're drawn so beautifully. I forgot the artist who draws them, but it's so beautifully done. The writing is so good. I can't wait to read what's going on next with the Amazons. Oh, but what else do you have on the docket for DC?
Uh, T wise, oh, I got a okay. It just made me think. I got a rant about Batman. Okay, spoilers in three, two, one. Why in the blue hell did we kill Red Hood again?
Is he dead?
As of now, yeah, he's dead.
Yo, y'all just won't let
Okay,
Jason Todd be happy.
so
That's
so
wild to me.
so to kind of set up spoilers if you hadn't read any current Batman, but basically, Batman basically brainwashes
Yeah.
Jason to have no courage, no fighting. I'm not sure how it works. Basically, he rewrites his brain that every time he gets adrenaline, he's about to fight, he gets an anxiety attack.
Mm.
But Jason is pushing through it and saves Gotham from a giant meteor. Which listen, that last issue called Scorch Earth was like, what is
Hmm.
happening? I thought this was like a fight between Batman versus Catwoman, and it became this whole other thing. Like, I thought like it'd be like I thought, man, and this is why I think I'm mad. I thought it was gonna be a civil war of the Bat family,
Thank you. Yeah.
and it just became this whole other thing. Like literally, like there's a part of the issue where Bruce tells Dick, "I'm glad you cut me off, and now you and Barbara are the parents of the Bat family. But I'm gonna just
Okay.
go in this dark place and just do my
Yeah.
thing." And I'm like, that's it.
Okay.
That's how. It seems. And at the end of the issue, it seems like Catwoman is dead, but her book's still ongoing. So I don't know. Like it started off well, and then not so
Yeah,
much.
that's what I heard too. Because last week when I was doing the Geek Show, he told me about that the ending of Gotham War, and I'm like, that's how you end this. Like when I tell you, like even as because I haven't read it yet, but also I know the premise. I've been hearing what's been going on, and that sounds like an amazing story. I thought that was such a smart choice to have Batman be put on as like showing his foibles of like him believing that just seeing like the black and white of it and not seeing living in the gray areas of it, and it makes and because I'm on Catwoman's side. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like I'm definitely on Catwoman's side of it. Like it makes sense. Like
I like the line where he's like, "Yeah, we're only robbing the rich," and Bruce is like, "Bitch, I'm rich. What are you doing?"
then you have money to spare, motherfucker. Like you like that. I love that, and
Like,
that's why.
but it.
Oh my bad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, go.
No, but I'm
I'm gonna
saying like
let you cook. I'm gonna
it
let you
gives
cook.
them like it shows the flaw thing, and that's what I've always said. Like at this point with Batman, you have to the only way you can continue doing Batman stories in a smart way that keeps people intrigued in it is to show his foibles, to show his flaws. Like everybody like loves to see their characters do good, but sometimes you need to have your characters go through it. Like my prime example is always going to be Professor Xavier. Right now, like Professor Xavier, one thing they've never shied away from is showing that man's flaws, but also that's what makes him a compelling character. It's also like Black
Yes.
Panther. Like Black Panther, like he's always on the pinnacle of like of a bit of a superiority. Like he has a bit of a what is it? I don't want to say like he has a kind of entitlement that he's accustomed to, but now in recent years he's been of course very much humbled, and we need to see our characters go through that, and that's a smart way to take a Batman into showing his flaws. Like he has a strong white privilege and he's rich, and like we need to exploit those parts of him so we can get into who he is. And I thought that was such a smart idea to do for a comic, and then for y'all to end it on villains coming and attacking, and like, and a meteor hitting Gotham, like not really resolving the issue that we started this on.
Yes.
That's the real thing. Like, if you're gonna do it, then just start it on the like end it on the part on the situation that you were doing, the story began on. Like, that was my problem with Dark Web. Like, I was like, I understand, like, the whole I'm a clone, I want my memories back, but in the end it doesn't fully get resolved. We like Madeline gets what she wants, but not and even then not really, because we still don't have a resolution for her and Cable, who the story should have really been about. And it's just like this. We go straight into Gotham Wars with this whole thing of the whole Bat family basically turning on Batman, and then now we just go into a whole different premise. Like, this could have been a whole different story if y'all had just waited to do this after Gotham War. But y'all decided to just, and how about a meteor? Like, let's just throw that in there with the villains. Like, it just doesn't, it doesn't bode well. That's, DC, we all know DC got their flaws, but yeah, that was my
I feel
contention.
like someone was in the room. Some DC exec was in the room. Hey guys, what are you doing here with this comic book? Yeah, can we put a meteor in
Right.
it? Like, what?
What are the villains doing? Can we just throw them in there real quick, just to
Just
mix
just
stuff up?
throw them in there real quick.
Like,
Just have them blow shit up with bat weapons.
and that would have been, and you know what? If they had waited to do it, that would have been a good little story for like a later on, like the villains take over Gotham. Like, all the villains decide to work together and take over Gotham. Amazing story. That would be a cool little story. They probably have already done it 1,000 times, but if they revamp it, it could be an amazing story. But they just,
And at the end of Scorched Earth, that's the last issue of Gotham War. One of the thieves that Selina trained found Bruce's equipment and says the line, "Bruce Wayne is Batman."
Yikes! Yikes!
So I'm gonna leave the DC area here to be continued because I got to see how this plays out.
Look, we all know the last kid who found out about his identity ended up becoming his Robin. So maybe, hopefully, we have a new Robin there, or maybe a sidekick for Catwoman. I'm okay with that too. Like, like villains need sidekicks too. So shit, like let's give them a little, sidekick-ish era. They need a good little sidekick era. So yeah, but you have anything else? I got a few things for DC.
Go for it.
So it's not technically DC. I'll do a DC one first. So Doom Patrol is ending, guys. They are on their last few episodes, and these last episodes have been amazing for me, and I'm just really sad that it's going to be over. I'm hoping that, like, we can do a petition or something to get this revamped, because it's honestly opening them up for more stories, but I can tell that they're ending it in a way that's going to be gives us closure with some of these characters. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just really sad that it's over. That it's ending with it, and like, I don't want to get too much in because I know the strike's going on. But yeah,
I haven't watched it in a while, and even my friend was like, "Have you watched Doom Patrol?" I'm like,
good. No. Like, the first part of that 4th season, amazing. I cried at one scene, especially with Rita, like with Rita and her friend Rouge, Madame Rouge or whatever. It's such a, it's they're touching on things, on the psychological of all of these characters in a way that I just love. Like, y'all know I love a good deep dive into the psychology of certain characters, and that was one of those things that's is being done beautifully, and I can't wait, but also I'm sad to see the ending of that show. On another note, I do see that they're having the Milestone is having a little thing with Icon and Hardware that's coming out, I believe, later on this year or early next year, and it's going to be, and the way they position it is, if those two don't work together, the Milestone universe will be destroyed. And I am looking forward to seeing what that is, because Milestone don't usually get cataclysmic events like this, and I'm very happy that they're getting that kind of shine. Like,
Actually, they have
oh, they
actually.
have,
It's this crossover, yeah, because they crossed
yeah,
over with
well,
the DC universe
yeah,
called
yeah,
Worlds
yeah, yeah.
Collide.
Well,
But that was the last time. It's been a
right.
while. It's
And
been at least
I count that
3
as a
years.
DC event. Like, I'm talking about like a standalone, like, oh, this universe is colliding. But also, yeah, that is the last time that they have. That's the first and only time they've really had a moment like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I might pick up that book again. Now into Marvel news. We have quite a few things in comic news for them. So with this, we find out that there's going to be not only a new Black Panther, but a new King of Wakanda that's coming up.
Wait.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they just
Oh man,
announced that.
I'm out the
I
book.
haven't read it yet.
I'm
I haven't even finished the last issue of because I'm scared. I was scared of it because it looked like T'Challa was going to die, but obviously he's alive now, so I had to finish it because I'm at the part where his best friend, betrays him and all that stuff. But yeah, like, yeah, have you read the one before this new one?
I think I read issue 1 and I
Picked it
haven't
up.
picked
Okay.
it up since.
Okay, so yeah, it's a good little like it's a good little humbling moment, like that part about him, like, basically having sleeper agents all around the world, and now the world found out, and that's what leads into his descent of losing his kingdomship. But yeah, like it's a apparently there's going to be a new one coming up, and that's going to be exciting. I want to see how they do that. I'm thinking it's going to be Tosin. I hope it is, but it looks like an older guy, so like we're going to see how that shakes out. But we also have a new Punisher coming up. A whole new Punisher taking a
That
mantle.
I'm interested. I'm actually
Yeah.
interested in that. I want to. They said it's a Shield
Yeah.
agent, but we'll see how
He's a
that
Black
plays
Ops
out.
Shield agent
So,
named Joe Garrison, and apparently it's coming in.
oh wait a minute,
Mhm.
Is he like colored black? Because he looked light skinned
He
on that
white,
cover.
blonde hair. I saw blonde hair. Yeah, I would have I would have loved a Black Punisher. That would have been a cool little moment. Like, especially if they gave him like the kind of dark storyline that they gave don't tell me his name. Yeah,
Frank.
that's it, Frank. Yeah, like that would have been a good little moment for them. But maybe next go around, I guess. Who knows? But who else? Oh, Black Widow and Hawkeye are going to have a new comic coming up in the new series.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that too.
And we see that,
yeah, because it's been a while since
right, and we see that Widow is in her Black Widow is in her Widow Venom Venom thing. So we see that's going to continue on, and I love that for her. But it says that they're going to be this miniseries is going to influence their future stories going forward, and I'm very much ready to see how that transpires.
Because Clint has been through a lot with the Thunderbolt situation, and then he was just in a dark. I think Hawkeye Freefall was basically the pickup after his craziness in Civil War. He went back to like partially being a criminal again, and then kind of ended weird. So I don't
Because
know.
he was on the run.
I hope they pick up threads from.
Yeah, because he's on the run, right, for killing Bruce Banner, and like even though like he told him to do so, like and that's a good little story. I kind of am eager to see what it is. We in out in the Ultimate.
Wait, don't X-Men last.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. X-Men last. That's why I stopped it. Ultimate Spider-Man is coming up, of course, and we see that Peter Parker is taking on is getting the Spider. And this is following from Ultimate Invasion and of course Ultimate Universe, where the maker, the ultimate version of Reed Richards is has apparently taken some heroes out of play and taken them before they become the heroes. And we see that somehow at this point, Peter Parker is grown. He has kids, 2 kids, Mayday and Ben. And
And he's happily married with Mary Jane.
Yes. And now he's about to get his spider later on in life as an adult. And I cannot wait to see how that transpires. I'm really hoping and praying that this story goes well enough for them to be like, okay, so Peter can be happy and still have good comics, and we can still, do stuff.
Yes.
And
it has been done
it has been
before
done before.
in the
Exactly.
90s. It has been done. I don't know where people. I like this whole like I keep hearing about this weird Sony mandate where when you write Peter Parker, he's supposed to be broke all the
Yeah.
time, and like no, it's kind of played out,
Right.
man.
Like we've seen that.
Write them married. Married people have problems
Exactly.
too.
And like,
Right?
oh my bad. Go ahead.
No. I was actually done. Actually, go
But
ahead.
yeah, yeah, you can have him still. Like, he doesn't have to always be broke. Like, y'all can have this man living like just getting by. Like, you can have him at least just getting by. Like, at least have him like mid class, like kind of thing. Like, don't just have him always broke. Like, there can be moments where he like struggles to do stuff, to pay stuff, while he's also being a superhero. But there's a way that you can make him still have a stable life without him going into full turmoil, like, because Jesus. But yeah, like, it's gonna be a good book. Like, we and of course it's gonna be written by Jonathan Hickman, and the art's done by Mark Cachetto or Chiquetto. If I said your name wrong, I apologize. You a king. It's good.
Professor Aaron, can we talk about regular Spider-Man real quick?
Yeah.
Just a
Oh yeah, go
smidge.
ahead.
If you not haven't read regular Spider-Man, and I know a lot of people dropped off, I understand. I feel your pain. I completely understand. But you should go pick up the book because they made Peter a whole ass villain for like 2 issues.
Should have been longer for me.
And he had me. That's what I said.
Okay, I thought it was
it's like if we were gonna do this,
10 toes to the ground.
This is a way. This is the way you make Miles the regular Spider-Man of 616.
Ooh, that would be a good moment for him. Like,
Can I talk my shit, sir? Can I
Go
talk
ahead.
my shit? Okay. So, in my head canon, right? Because I'm hoping, I feel like we'll eventually, Hasbro, I'm looking at you, we'll eventually get a Spider Goblin action figure. So, in my head canon, Peter never. Okay, I guess I gotta set up a story. So, in the current book, they basically take the sins of Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin. They took it out. He's been didn't have his sins for a while. Basically, it was containing his crazy, right? He was normal for a while. He was just getting back to work, whatever. But Craven the Hunter and I can't think of the goblin. I think her name is Menace. Was trying to put the goblin sins back into Norman, but Peter, being Peter, he saves Norman from getting this. Oh, this sounds so explicit. Gets the sins being put in him. Now Peter, for a whole 2 issues, was running around beating the crap out of everybody. And this made me mad. I thought for sure Paul was gonna catch that work. He was gonna catch that work. And Mary Jane, through some weird plot device, because the writers every now so often like to give her superpowers, saves Paul from Peter. You should have killed Paul. This man took your girl. Because of him, he got thrown back into another universe, took your girl, and then your girl doesn't want to be with you because they've been in a dimension for 3 or 4 years? Nah, you should have caught that work. Now, my headcanon. Peter would have killed Paul, right? Miles catches wind of this. Peter can't help himself from being crazy. Miles and Peter, it could be a 6-issue series. Miles and Peter go toe to toe. Toe to toe. It looks like Peter is about to kill Miles. And Miles pulls a Hail Mary, stops Peter, gets the sins out of Peter Parker. Peter feels bad for what he's done, retires as Spider Man to go deal with his mental health, and Miles is officially the Spider Man of 616.
I like that. I like that. I very much approve that.
And I'm gonna post this clip to TikTok later. Just remind me to do it.
Yeah, like I would absolutely love for him to like have like keep that villain arc, or like have him have a dark moment where he is doing good, like he's still like fighting crime, but like also taking it to its extreme, like having a Punisher moment, like, and even then like have him have a moment where one of his like maybe one of his big villains come and attack him, and then he kills them. Like that will be a great moment of like him. Then he has to, once he gets good, he has to live with murdering somebody, but also like having to deal with all that. And like then we can, and that's the smart way to go into like, you know, and then have that moment like you said, go with him, Paul, him trying to go for Paul, and Miles stops him. And like after this, and like after, you know, Peter is turned back, he has to like, he takes a break from being Spider-Man, and we go into like Miles being the main 616 Spider-Man. Like there, that would, oh God, that would be such a great story for them.
But wait, Aaron, there's more. Part 2. Because if you okay, so we can talk about the Miles book now. If you're not reading Miles Morales Spider-Man written by Cody Ziegler, you are missing out on My Hero Academia level of action and drama. It is so good. Literally, the current issue was Miles teaming up with Blade, fighting vampires in Brooklyn. Blade gave Miles a magical vampire suit, which was really cool. And you see Miles and his daughter. I think I can't remember her name. Blade's daughter kind of have a
Miles and his daughter.
Yeah, Blade got
the way you had said, I was like, Miles got a daughter. Oh, hold on, wait.
No. I'm sorry. Blade's daughter. Which I can't remember her name right now. Yeah. But that was a lot of fun. Literally, if you want to pick up any Spider-Man book and just jump right in, Miles is the way to go.
I approve.
Miles is the way to go. Miles. Oh, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. All right. Oh, one more Spider book, because now after this we can jump into the X-Men. Uncanny Spider-Man.
Oh yes. This is a perfect little segue into the X world. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, talk about it.
Uncanny Spider-Man. I thought I wasn't gonna like it. I wasn't gonna like this book. Kurt Wagner as a Spider-Man needs to stay for a while. It is all of the fun that you can legit do without Peter Parker, all of the sexiness, all of the flirting, all of it. Because Kurt is about that life with his little demon tail. So in the current issue, he's Silver Sable is hired to, I guess, take down Nightcrawler, right? Or Spider-Man, I guess. Hired to take down Spider-Man. And she is flirting with Kurt the entire time. Like, I'm on a mission. What am I doing? You got some mutant power, mutant pheromone that makes you attracted to it. No, that's not
right, baby. Your libido out of control.
I'm just
that's
blue,
all
baby.
it is.
Yeah, I'm just blue, baby. That's all. That's it. I'm just. What do you say? Maybe it's me. Maybelline. Maybe it's Maybelline. No, just don't be mad. You know you want some of that demon tail. You know you
that's
do.
It.
You know you do.
You know it's prehensile.
But it is a fun. Oh wow, I'm done.
That's all I'm gonna say on that.
But that is a fun book that y'all should pick up. So. All right, please, brother, take it.
Yeah, just to talk a little bit more on that. Yeah, it's a good book. It's a good, cool, sexy book, and I love this moment for Kurt that he's a part of the Spider. Because would have never thought of him being a Spider-Man, but now I cannot see him not being a part of the Spider-Verse now. Like, and if he's not a part of the next Into the Spider-Verse, because you know they're gonna do another arc of Into the Spider-Verse. If he's not in it, I'm gonna be kind of upset. Like, I ain't even gonna hold you, because he is like. He instantly made his way into it, and I thought, and I was with you, like, I didn't know, I was going to read it, but I was like, I'm not going to be excited for it. I'm definitely, after we get done, I'm going to the comic shop and getting the new issue that came out today. And I love it. I love the whole I'm about to say Cy Spurrier. I love the Silver Sable is like his little like love interest, kind of like she just has this uncontrollable like attraction to him that she can't control. Like she just flat out kisses him, even though she's on a mission to capture him. I'm like, this is amazing, and I want this, and I need this for all time. So I can't wait to see that, and the whole and the mystique of it all that we haven't even talked about, of her talking about her finding her baby. When I tell you, I can't wait for X-Men Blue Origins. It's gonna be so good because we can see that they're already like teasing what's about to happen and like the story of it. But that's gonna be a good little issue for me. And I already know, like, we already know that they're gonna retcon his birth of it all, the birth of him, and as we know it, how Chris Claremont, I believe it was Chris Claremont who originally planned it. It was going to be Mystique and Destiny's Child, not Mystique and Azazel. So I feel like Azazel will have a part to play in it, but I don't think I doubt that he'll be his father per se, and I'm excited to see where they go with that. But into other X-related X-related updates on it. X-Men, they showed the cover for X-Men. I'm sorry, Immortal X-Men number 17 that's going to come out later on this year, and it's a cover of, what is it? Jean Grey and laying on the floor covered in blood with Phoenix, with the Phoenix outlined in the blood, and it looks so good. Apparently, this is going to be next year is going to be a major developing year for Jean, and I can't wait to see what they do with that. And apparently Immortal X-Men number 17 is going to go straight into a new mini series that they're going to do, X-Men Forever. And I love they reused that title because that original title was amazing. But apparently it's going to unveil a new omnipotent threat for the mutants that we have not seen, and I am very excited to see where they go with that and how they bring that to light, because it looks really good. And y'all already know I'm a Jean Grey stan, so anything she gonna do, I'm gonna be there for it. I'm gonna inject that in my veins real quick. But yeah, I love that they're giving, like, we've been seeing that storms this year was all storm. Like, this has been a storm era, but we're getting into a Jean Grey moment, and I'm kind of very excited to see that. But sadly, we're going to be coming into the fall of the House of X and the rise of Powers of 10 that's going to be coming out soon. And even just the first tagline, mutant kind has never had a greater fall. From the highs of Krakoa, their own glorious nation, a place where they were safe and happy, to the lowest of lows. That is going to be so crazy. And it already starts off, and they said that Cyclops is going to be on trial and they'll be going for the death penalty for him. And from the rise of the Houses of Power of X, we're starting to get into the Powers of X that we got into that started this this Krakoan age, when we got the House of X and Powers of X. But now we're finally getting into the how of the Powers of X, and apparently we're going to start in 10 years later from that, from the moment we're going to keep going further and further in. I personally cannot wait for this new development to come up, but I'm also very sad because my Krakoan age is not going to go. But honestly, in my opinion, I truly don't believe that they're going to be fully done with Krakoa. Like, I feel like, Krakoa is going to definitely have a fall, and there definitely might not be back. It's not going to be at their prominence, but I feel like it's going to come back, like, because it's too much marketing. It's too marketable. It's too many people love it and have gotten into the X-Men because of this, for them not to continue, or not to at least build on their nation.
Professor Aaron, I have a theory.
Mm-hmm.
I have a theory. Have you ever watched Thundercats?
Of course.
Okay. Do you remember the end of Thundercats where basically like a contingent of Thundercats stayed on Earth and the rest of the Thundercats went back to Thundera?
Mm-hmm.
If you're saying Krakoa is done, I mean, we see them move the island, go back to Krakoa, and leave a contingent of X
Yep.
Men on Earth fighting the
Yep.
good fight, led by
Sync. Mhm.
Sync, and
Mm-hmm.
Wolverine, Laura.
Yes.
There you go.
I'm totally okay with
Yeah,
that.
you heard it here first. You heard it here first.
Like if they want to take Krakoa to Araco and then like they just call the planet and then they end up calling the planet Okara, I'm fine with that. Like I'm definitely okay with them like bringing them together again and then having the Okara of it all back to get reunited. That would be a cool little moment, especially like if they have like, you know, one part of the hemisphere is Morocco, one part is Krakoa. That'd be a cool little moment. And then, of course, you know, we're going to end up having a civil war eventually. But we don't cross that bridge when we get to it.
While an ass cousins on
Morocco.
what's it called? Araco. While an ass cousins
Yep.
on Araco.
Yeah,
Bugging out.
the wild ass cousins on Morocco. Yep, exactly. They're the wild ass cousin. And like they also have a lot of Omegas that I just like that I personally love. I love that the quote unquote the black side of the mutants are just like it's just a bunch of magic uses and Omegas. I love that for me. I personally love that for me and my people. Like it's that's amazing. I would just now I got a question. Would you live on Krakoa or Araco?
I'll take my chances with Araco, honestly.
You know what? I want to say yes. I want to say that too. I keep saying I want to say that, but
because I don't like the island. Sucks a little bit of my life energy every
right.
day.
It's just a little bit though. It's just it's a little bit of psionic energy.
Just no. Listen. I need it all. Especially if I'm gonna be out here making mutant babies.
Like
I need all of the energy. I'm like Goku up in this
look,
mofo. Just like I need the power of the spirit.
look, and I feel that with my whole entire soul, but also the way I hate to say that. Okay, I ain't gonna hold you. Everybody on
Go
Krakoa,
ahead.
they fuck. They everybody, you know, they fucking like. And I just feel like it's just a lot of free. I can first of all I can just get my home. I can tell Krakoa the kind of home I want. He makes it off on the spot. Then so now free rent, free food, and then you telling me we just got a place where we can just I can go to the Bowers and just like you know chill and like hook up for real and just have people because you already saw the mutant babies that people just been having and dropping off at Stacey X's place. It's wild to me, but also I'm like. I would be up in there like especially after a Hellfire Gala. Oh, you already know you getting some play that night, and I'm gonna be there for it. I ain't gonna hold you. Krakoa seems like a more chill place. But I would go to Araco on. I would probably go to live on Araco and just go to Krakoa on the weekends, maybe if it get too much. But yeah, that's my truth. That's my truth. But I love Araco because you know that's my people's at, and I'll probably live in like the Meadowlands where the like artists live and stuff. Because that's probably the best way. That's probably the neutral place where I can go, or I might live on Port Prometheus. But yeah.
All right, so we're at an hour. Anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here?
Yeah, the last one here. The resurrection of Magneto that's about to happen. I am.
Before you go into
Yeah, go ahead.
Before
Go
you
ahead.
say anything, I feel like you need him back. Yes, because he's about
Yeah.
that life. I feel like though he made it clear, do not bring
That part.
him back. Do not
part.
bring him back, and it's gonna bite everybody in the ass. He's gonna go full on villain
And I'll be
again.
okay with that because you told him. No, see, finish what saying that.
And he said for years that humans be on that BS. This is the one time I'm siding with Magneto. He said
Say
for
it.
years that humans
Say
be
it.
on that BS in the comic book, and then sure as shit. Damn, I only cuss word for the podcast. I'm actually proud. Sure as shit. Oh, that's two. Humans did exactly what he said exactly
That
what
part.
he said.
And you know what? I am very upset about this because I'm like, I also feel like y'all need to let this man live, die in peace and let him rest in peace because he has done enough for y'all. He has done, and he is literally giving up his life for y'all. But y'all need to follow his wishes and allow him to live happily in the afterlife with his daughter Anya. But I will say, he is what Krakoa needs right now, the mutants need right now as a whole, especially with everything that's going on. He is what they need. And but I feel like, after having Krakoa and after having all this perspective, I feel like he'll be more smarter in the way he moves, just because he's been the guy. He's already tried to destroy New York multiple times. He's tried to, genocide the whole human community. But like, I feel like now he's got a good medium. Like, he knows, okay, this is what I need to do. But also, I feel like in the beginning, he probably gonna go 10 toes to the ground because y'all woke him up out of his internal rest, and he about to come for y'all.
It's like, I warned you, the master of magnetism has
Right?
returned.
Oh god! Oh my god! Not that I'm just reading the first sentence of it, and I'm like, oh no. It says, on Krakoa, resurrection from the dead was easy as completing a circuit, but Krakoa fell. The time of easy miracles is over, and the only hard roads are left. Now it falls to storm as the epic conclusion of the Krakoan age looms to bring their oldest enemy home to fight against the fall of the House of X. But after all he did and all that that was done to him, can Magneto bear to return? That's gonna be good. 40 pages. It says it's gonna be a 40 pager. I'm ready for it. Inject that in my veins right here.
So wait, is it just one issue or a storyline?
It's a mini series. It's gonna be 4 issues.
Okay.
And of course, we know Gang War is coming up and everything, and I'm eager to see what that's about. Honestly,
Yeah. Oh, but there is a line in Gang Lore that kind of inspires Gang Lore. So in the current issue of Spider-Man, Luke and Spider-Man, Luke Cage is mayor of New York, and he's talking, and he tells Luke, "You have the power to change the law," and Luke tells him, "If you push to change the law, then I might have it on my side." And that is the impetus of Gang War. It's a simple line. Luke is telling Peter, Spider-Man, get your shit together. I'll change the law, but you got to give me a reason to.
Right. I love that.
And I like Luke as mayor of New York.
Love it.
It's been really good. It's been really good. You don't need full issues of him as a mayor, but little snippets here and there of him being like a good man as mayor of New York City. Perfect.
Honestly, I would love a little even if they did it on Marvel Unlimited, like they did like a little series of him being mayor, and like doing like little and like still going out at like, because I can see him especially in the beginning of his term, like still going out secretly to like fight crime and stuff. I would love to see a little like even just a little mini series of Luke Cage and seeing Jessica Jones as the mayor's wife. I want to see it. It would be Jessica Jones as a mayor's wife is hilarious. That's hilarious to me, and we have not seen her. And I would love to see how she deals with being a housewife for it just for the mayor of New York, like crazy. But yeah, I can't wait for that. But yeah, like we got a lot of good things coming out in this new era. Even Mary Jane is getting her own comic next year. Like, y'all, it's a thing. Don't make that face. Don't make that face. And her costume is kind of cute. All right, she having a jackpot moment, and she's gonna be in the gang wars. Okay, don't make that face. I approve of her, doing stuff. She's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I approve. And yeah, and Peter and and Miles is gonna be with Miss Marvel again. She's gonna be joining him in Gang War. I can't wait for that.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I'm looking forward to their
Right.
reunion. Because you haven't. I don't think Miles knows she died and came back.
No, I don't
Does
think
he?
he does.
We don't know.
Right.
I don't think he did.
Like you would think somebody. Mhm.
Oh, she tells him she died and Peter didn't tell her.
That part.
Tell him.
Like we should have at least had like a Champions mini series of them finding out about her. Like I feel like
Yeah.
that should have been something that they should have definitely done. They should have taken time to do, like, or at least show like a moment of her, like, oh, like of them coming together to, like, mourn her, and that would have been smart to do in the Miles Morales Spider-Man comic. That would have been smart to do.
So there's that. I think. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. Oh, y'all make sure to go see the Marvels that's coming out on Friday, because it's gonna be good. And I also did see the post-credit scene before. The video that you sent me, they already took it down. But you already know everybody's already posting the next one. I already saw it. I'm ready for it. Let's talk. It's gonna be.
I won't go see it this weekend, but I will find a way to watch it somehow. No. Me and my wife talked about it. So we wanted to see it, but we're not going to see it at a theater. So we're going to find a way to go see it. I'm going to try to watch it bootleg. Oh, last thing before we get out of here. I have friends that I want to big up just a little bit. I want to support my homie Emily. Her curiosity underscore collective. It's a collection of short stories that she posts to YouTube. So curiosity underscore collective YouTube and where are you? And then one more time for my homie Illusion is my homie clothing line. Go check that out. Big up at that. Oh, and then let's see here. What am I forgetting? Check out Articulated Ninja on YouTube. Check out 3POA podcast on YouTube. So support guys that talk about toys and pretty cool, laid back, positive guys that are not afraid to talk about what they want from toys. Yeah. Well, I haven't found a woman that's talking about toys.
I found a couple on TikTok.
And we're just
you know what? You know what? I'm just like, I got you. Next time I see her, I'm gonna make sure I tag you. You know what? That's my fault.
Okay.
I am
slipping. But go. Listen, the world is already dark, guys. Go do things to make you happy. Go do
find your light. Find the goodness in the darkness.
Listen. Ant Life Rants on Life Rants Pod on TikTok. Antonio Life Rants 82 on IG. And Ant Life Rants 82 on Twitter. Life Rants Geek Culture on Facebook, and take us home.
All right. So, my beautiful people, as y'all always know, y'all can find me at Krinkakoa on TikTok and Twitter and on the Discord. I'm trying to get back on the Discord because I know I've been slacking. But you can also find me at King of Thrones on TikTok as well. Definitely come support, and of course, like we always say, support your local comic book shops, pre-order those books. And yeah, always, and like my boy said, in a dark age, find your light, find your release. Go ahead, my boy.
Okay. This is from IG. Gargoyles is getting rebooted as live action series for Disney Plus.
I'm gonna tell the truth. I was never a gargoyle guy. They used to scare me when I was younger, and I just never caught into it.
Boy, let me say it this way, because I love you and I care about your feelings. Grow up, go watch the cartoon, and just suck it up. It is I'm telling you, watch the first season.
I keep hearing it. It's good.
Do you remember how I got you into My
Hero Academia? Gross. Not. I don't want to talk about it.
It's so much better. All right. let's get up out of here, guys. Okay. Oh, last thing, because this is important. Um, because of my work schedule, because of work life, the next episode will be within the next 2 weeks. Only because now it's officially the holidays and
Work
there
gonna be
won't be
crazy.
too much to talk about. Work is going to be crazy. So going forward, at least until Christmas, until we get out of the holidays, Life Rants will be every 2 weeks. So I just don't be surprised. Don't be worried. It's just I needed to do it that way because I don't want to be burnt out while I'm recording. So Life Rants officially, as of today, every 2 weeks on a Wednesday. That's what I'm pushing for. I'm going to get this out as soon as we're done recording. So,
No,
wait,
no, no,
wait,
no.
what are you about to
We
tell
gonna
me?
talk about that. Oh, no, no, no. We gonna talk about that off air.
Okay, okay. All right, y'all. Y'all be good. Be safe. Take, hold on. Take care of your cows and peace.
Deuces.